I'm back. Rhodes rants on the coronavirus and Boris Johnson. This is taking a strange turn with his conditioning. I'll tell you, I saw an interview with him after we go over. This is from Fox News. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson was moved to intensive care unit of the St. Thomas Hospital in London after his coronavirus symptoms got worse, a spokesman told Fox News. Johnson's office said the 55-year-old Prime Minister has been conscious and did not need ventilation. He asked Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab to deputize for him, the spokesman said. Over the course of this afternoon, the condition of the Prime Minister has worsened, and on the advice of his medical team, he has been moved to the ICU unit at the hospital, the spokesman said. The PM, Prime Minister, is receiving excellent care, thanks all National Health Service staff for their hard work and dedication. The move came just a day after Johnson was admitted for what were said to be routine tests. Downing Saint said Johnson was in the ICU in case he needed ventilation later. The Prime Minister's spokesman said Johnson had spent a comfortable night and remained in charge of the government despite being admitted to the hospital with COVID-19. Johnson had been quarantined in his home since his diagnosis on March 26th. Hours earlier, Johnson tweeted that he was in good spirits after spending the night in the hospital. The Prime Minister's spokesman said Johnson had spent a comfortable night, remained in charge of the government, despite being admitted with COVID-19 on a cough and fever persisted. Johnson's tweet thanked the NHS. We just went over that. So they put that twice in the same story, essentially with different wording. President Trump said at the White House Sunday, "Before I begin, I want to express our nation's well wishes to Prime Minister Boris Johnson as he wages his personal fight with the virus. All Americans are praying for him. He's a friend of mine. He's a great gentleman and great leader, and he's a strong man and a strong person." Okay, so what's odd is he had an interview, and I can't remember what channel I was watching it on. One of the news stations, I think it was Fox News, where he said he was feeling much better. Okay, and he said that the only thing he had was a lingering fever. So technically, he said he was still had the virus because he had a lingering fever. This was about, I swear, 2 or 3 days ago. Not yesterday, but a couple of 3 days ago. And he thought that he was almost done with this. And that's the one thing that's been odd about this virus is it seems like there's a lot of people that are sick, and then all of a sudden they feel better for like 2 or 3 days, and then they get sick again, and sometimes it's worse. That's so concerning. As we know, we want everybody to stay strong out there. We hope for a full recovery for the Prime Minister, right? Boris Johnson. I've had to do a video involving Boris before, a Star Wars video of all things, where I used him as a source on a story because he talked about Star Wars. So I saw this and was like, I got to make a video about this. Look, we're keeping our heads down, trying to social distance and all of this sort of thing. You may be like, Rhodes, you said coronavirus like 9 times. Yeah, supposedly YouTube will not demonetize this now. We'll see. A bunch of my views came off coronavirus videos in the last month, and they demonetized every single one of them. But they said they will not now, starting today or something, as long as it falls within certain parameters of Section 2791 of the YouTube Advertisement Handbook. I don't know. Tell me what you think, Rhodes Squadron. Let's hope he gets well. They say the worst is yet to come. The next week, 10 days is going to be rough. Thoughts are with everybody. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
King Kong in the truck.